live.
Giving excellence. Hello, everyone. Welcome, world.
Hey. This is the Giving Excellence movement. This is the Giving Excellence show. We got my business partner, Mike Dunn, and best friend, Michael Dunn Jr. here with us. I am Sean Dougherty. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 2. What do we got in store, Mike, today?
Nothing but another bit of more greatness.
Yeah.
I like to call it.
Okay.
It's going to be a great one. We have some great guests coming on, and let you introduce them.
Yeah, they are a little piece of my heart here in Dallas. We're working on a project called Aces of Dallas. The bright mind of Antonio King. No, I'm just kidding. Tony is the creator and director of this show that we're going to be doing a series of that represents a few things. I'll have him kind of talk about that more so once they come on, but it truly has been an honor to be a part of it. You know, I saw him on a daily basis when I first moved to Dallas, and he had some faith in me to be a part of such a cast that he has constructed into a vision of his. Perfect. He took his creation once again into action, and so that's what we represent here. We want to bring guests on that really have value and create things that turn into action and produce that to give different opportunities to people across Dallas, because we want to represent our local community first, first and foremost. And what Tony has been able to do has been great. It's just starting out, and I can't wait till they come on and talk about that project. So thank you so much, Aces of Dallas, for being on the show today. We got a few cast members. We have the creative director, producer, coming in, Tony. And then we are going to actually roll into Selfishly. It's going to be my teaser coming through. We're going to show a snippet. My name is Sebastian on the show. Okay. I am trying to get my life back a little bit. I had been involved in some destructive things in my life, and some outcast is trying to get me to do some crooked deal coming up, and I'm trying to get my life back, so I'm not truly having that. So my role is a crooked attorney, to be exact, who is fighting each and every day to be a good person and give back and be morally right. So here's a little teaser of my character in the Aces of Dallas film. Love, honor, and justice. Those were the things I lived by. Now, not so much. I chose greed. I chose disloyalty. And last but not least, I chose death. How do I claim back what belongs to me? How do I claim back my life? Sebastian here. Yeah. I'll be right there.
We're here.
We got the crew.
We brought them in.
What y'all think about that teaser? That's GK Films on the track.
Shout out to
Feel free
GK.
to check him out. He's done some great things for us, specifically. And man, this is the crew right here, isn't it? This is the band of brothers, me included. It's been amazing to be a part of this experience because by trade, I'm not an actor. But you've definitely gotten some amazing things out of me that I didn't know I had within me. Tony, we got Darius, and we got my boy Mike as well joining us. They are crucial pieces to this series coming up. So tune in to Aces of Dallas if you haven't followed us. We got some great things coming. We got everyone's teasers rolling out. But yeah, Mike, if you don't know much about these guys, you're about to learn.
Okay. I'm
so
looking forward
Tony
to it.
is right here. Tony, when I first met you coming through the gym, once again, great things happen there, so take care of yourselves. So, hey, don't tell them what's up. Hey. But yeah, so Tony always had a bright, smiling face when I walked into the gym each and every day. It didn't matter what was going on in his life. It didn't matter what setbacks or adversity that he was going through at the given moment, but he saw what he was here for. He has a huge background growing up and still to this day in boxing. He's a very competitive boxer, and still to this day he is living out that passion in the boxing gym, as well as putting his connections to use in working on this project of Aces of Dallas. He has an amazing creative mind. He never stops working. He's always writing scripts, taking feedback. I've given him some grief too along the way, so he's taken it with love and graciousness, and we can only thank him for the project he's on, and we can't wait to see what comes from it. So I want to thank Tony and the Aces of Dallas for joining us today, because it's an amazing moment in time, and I'm so grateful to be a part of it. So thank you. Tony, we're going to start off by, obviously, because this series is based off of, well, I guess our podcast is catered towards people who have a creative thought and lack the motivation or the actual intuition to turn it into something. So in your boxing career, I know when you're now in the real world, as far as not a sport, you're trying to turn that creative spirit into something of value and something that you truly believe in. So if you could just start off with your childhood, kind of growing up, and maybe some adversity that someone listening might be able to take with them, and how you've overcome that. Maybe talk about your boxing career and what kind of happened to you mentally to turn into writing this film, quite honestly.
Pretty much, man, my childhood. Let's see. Oh, man.
I don't mean to you don't have to go. You don't have to go that deep, but I mean, just a snippet. You know what I'm saying?
What's inspired you to make this film?
I've always been a fighter.
Okay. Right.
Like no matter what, if I can take a punch, if I can put myself in a situation that only I can get myself out, what's stopping me?
Okay.
Because a lot of people they use a lot of excuses where they want to blame other people, but it's really yourself. So for me, for my boxing career, my childhood, it's one side training. Like it's. I don't want to get too deep, too much, but it's just.
And we're all transparent here. I mean, someone needs to hear this. Yeah. If you're watching, if we're gonna get deep, you better listen to Tony here, because he's making something happen.
It's I've always been alone in my life, so it's just for me to be creative. I had some people in my life that really pushed me, and it takes a real team, a real brotherhood, a real somebody just to believe in you. Just that one shot, and that's all I really needed. And every time somebody gave me that one shot, I would not let nobody down. So me growing up, my mom and dad, they split, and they took my baby brother. Well, my mom took my baby brother and my older sister, and then I was raised with my aunts and my grandma, and I was that child that used to always cry when they get mad, and all that anger used to just build up and build up and build up until one day, I can't believe I'm saying this. It was a dude that I knew. Actually, he beat me up, and he was a real close friend. Like, he was a childhood friend of mine, and I was always taught never to hit on your brother. You know what I'm saying? Always protect your brother, and I looked at him as a brother. And the whole time I'm looking at him like, hey, why you doing this? And she looked over the porch and looked at me and said, you better swing. And I hit everything out mine, and I caught him right in his nose. And she liked how I did it. She's like, it was so pretty. She was like, next day she took me to the boxing gym.
So you telling me you closed your eyes and you just
swung? No. It was
it the roundhouse or what?
I
mean, we gotta know this exact move that you laid, because that scares me. I'm not how boxing started for him.
That's true. That's how
boxing started for him. That's indeed.
And I can go back like, I got 8 brothers, and
here we go.
And I know, they watching right now, but like,
shout out to the family.
Yeah, they gave me hell, man. And I'm the smallest out of 8 brothers. Out of the biggest, I'm the smallest, but out of the smallest, I'm the biggest.
Okay.
So it's just, my biggest brother, he's 6'8", and he first person to ever knock me out, and I never get knocked out again. So it's just. Oh man,
that's where it started from.
Yeah. So once again, we go back to adversity has turned him into a successful person. And which, how would you say? Sorry to cut you off here for a second. What would you say to someone that is maybe going through something similar, or being beat down, or doesn't have someone to kind of bring them up? What would you say to them, as opposed to getting down on themselves? How would you tell them to focus their energy on instead of being down in that moment to rise above it, what would you say to them? What within you would you say made you not be a product of your environment, but to step outside of it? Because I think a lot of people grow up in a similar environment, but don't have a really outlet to go about it. And if sometimes they do have an outlet, but it might not be the best outlet or legal outlet to do. So how do you consciously take that adversity and turn it into success in business, personal, family life?
And just to cut anybody that want to chime in, you guys.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're starting out with Darius, or we're starting out with Tony. We're gonna talk to Darius, and we're gonna talk to my boy Mike as well. But we got a little bit of time left, so
I got that. It's easy to give up. That's the one thing is I learned very soon. Like and I get more deep. Like I said, I've been homeless. I've been sleeping out of cars, trucks, and man, the easiest thing to do is to give up. Now the hardest thing to do is to keep fighting through everything what you're going through, because trust me, like I wouldn't be here right now if I would have gave up.
Right.
I would have still been just like, the rest of everybody right now is, I can't do this because I got a background. I can't do this because, they're not hiring. Like, it's just, you have to really put it in your mind to go for it.
Take control of your life.
And
please.
And
tell them.
Look, I can't even say nothing. Take control of it, because it's more to say, if you don't take control over it, it's going to drag you down.
Right.
And if you ain't never been down before, how do you know what it feels like to be up?
And I wouldn't say, correct me if I'm wrong, I wouldn't say that on your face, you can kind of tell if someone's down, but I would say every time I met Tony or seen him, you wouldn't know if he's going through anything, because he at least fronts it, at least fakes it till he makes it. But I think intuitively his smile and his demeanor, how he goes about life, even if there's something happening, if he smiles about it, it invigorates someone else. The vibes you give off is definitely truly amazing. So, but without further ado, I'm going to cut you off. Creator, director of Aces of Dallas.
Let me add one.
Let me add one more. Let's talk about where did the Aces of Dallas come from? Talk about the Aces of Dallas, because you guys are the Aces of Dallas cast.
We need to know.
So I want to know the story and how you're just creating this thing out of nothing.
Realistically, it's like 8 ways it's 8 ways I did this story, but the one we're doing now is when I first started off, you got a boxer, a basketball player, a singer, and then a lawyer. How would you make a show about them without going the normal route? When you see web series, they always talk about drugs and let me see. Name a couple. Like, just the regular stuff. Like, what would you do?
Things of destruction. Okay.
Yeah, Like, what can you do besides what's already been done? So I just started thinking, and it got to the point to where, like, it's shout out to my boy Ryan. He's a real basketball player. I'm a real boxer, and there was a dude that was a part of Cash. His name was Cash. He was a real singer. And then Sean, he came in like every day when he used to come into the gym, and he just had that look to him. I was like, if I was to use him in the show, what would he be? And I was like, well, he could have been accountant, or I was like, nah, he needs something more. Like, what's Dallas? So it was actually a lawyer that I talked to. He definitely
didn't want me to be the boxer.
I don't know. I would have might threw you in there, man. I would have threw you in the ring just a little bit.
Yeah.
But it got to the point to where, like, I was just. And working at the gym, it's like it's easy picking. Like, you could just look at people, and it sounds kind of weird saying it though, but it's just like it was like an open cast call. Like, I just kept looking at people, and I'll go home. I wouldn't even sleep. I'll just be writing nonstop. And like, I mean, you came into the gym, and you didn't see none but paperwork all on the desk, and but it got to the point to where every day, I just kept looking at what could be different, what could be just a little bit more edge, or who can what makes an ace. Like, a lot of people don't know what action make an ace, but if we go back to the streets, saying aces are what, saying your right hand man, somebody who you can call on no matter what, any situation what it is. Like, that's the person you can always depend on no matter what. So when you look at these 4 dudes, I ain't trying to get too much away, but when you look at these 4 dudes, you can tell they've been through something, and they have to build that trust between these 4 people. So it's just Aces of Dallas is just
we got to get the Aces of Dallas to be shown, because I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah.
Just to see what
I'm
great
looking
things.
forward to seeing it. I'm on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
Who's producing that film? Is it GK? Nomadic Boy?
Oh, GK.
What do we got? GK
Well,
Films.
yeah, GK.
Films.
All right.
Shout out to him, though. Shout out to him.
Thank you, Tony, for sharing that.
All right.
We're going to move on to my boy Darius.
Darius, what's
the
up,
silent killer. No, he's not really a killer. But my boy Darius, man, he is just smooth. I mean, everything he does is smooth.
You can just tell. I feel the
He's
presence
got
right here.
the heart. He's got the heart of a lion. I've only known him for a few months, but this dude is a rock. I'm telling you, physically and emotionally, this dude's a rock. He's been in the military.
Okay.
He's came out on the great side of things. He served for us, so we want to thank him for his sacrifice personally.
We got a few military
and
kids,
Giving
man.
Excellence movement supports the military. We love you. Thank you so
Of course.
much for what you do each and every day. He is the Joker. He's probably the main character, even though Tony thinks he is. But Darius, he sets the tone for things. His name's DeMarco in the film. Tony is actually Antonio King. We forgot to say that. He's Antonio King, the boxer. Ace of Hearts. And we got the Joker here. He's got his fresh shirt on that he actually personally designed.
Oh,
Look at him
awesome, man. I
flaunt
like
it.
that.
So that's what's up. I personally, Sebastian, my role, I'm his side man. So I'm his right-hand man. So I do his side work, underground side work, against my will, pretty much. And he's trying to get me wrapped up into a big business deal that is going to be the climax, hopefully. And Darius is here. Darius, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us why you even took the opportunity that Tony presented to you to be a part of this show. I know we've done some photo sessions together, and we've got a chance to meet on the side and practice together since we're on episode 1. But why did you decide it was a good option, and where inside you thought the acting would be a good idea? Is this comfortable for you to be in this web series? To be in the series? I don't know if it's web series. We haven't a TV series, but is it comfortable for you? Why did you take this opportunity, and are you looking forward to the opportunity to be a part of the Aces of Dallas, a big part of it?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm really looking forward to it. I just like everybody else. I met Tony up in the gym, and he presented this project to me, and he was like, "Man, you know what? I think you'll be a good part of the project." And he didn't know if he wanted me to be an ace at first, but he was like, "I think I want you to be the Joker. I want you to be the big part. Like, I want you to be the big one."
Because you're
like,
smooth
yeah,
and a beast. I know why.
You know what?
I don't know if you know why.
I can see that. I was like, let me see what you got. So he showed me the script, and I started reading. I started feeling it like right away. I was like all about it. I was like, dog, I really want to be a part of this. He's like, man, I see you doing it. Like, I can see it in your eyes. I was like, yeah, man, let's go and do this. So
yeah.
He put his foot forward, and I'm standing right there walking with him, like, all the way. Like, it's a good movement. I feel good about it. Like, everybody that I met, it's been a good vibe, and I'm a person that vibe off people. Like, if I get a good vibe, then I hold on to that and like, make something out of it. That's just me.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Mike, I know Darius was in the military. Let's talk a little bit about you and your part with the military growing up, and how you maybe see some traits into how it's helped with Darius, maybe in life, or if you're a kid or someone growing up with a family that's in the military. Because Darius, we haven't gotten to his personal story, but has definitely shaped who he is today in a positive way. And Mike was a child of a father that was in the military. So if anyone in the military or also are a child of someone in the military, can you give some words of wisdom for them, Mike?
I mean, first of all, for all the military vets out there, we just want to thank you for your service. It's truly it's a blessing to be able to go and serve and come back healthy, and because not a lot of people come back as their natural self when they do make that sacrifice for the military. So I greatly appreciate both of you brothers, because I know, Mike, you served in the military as well, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
How many years did you serve in the military?
I only did it for about 3.5, about 4 years.
But you did
My
it. You did it.
Yeah.
And how many years did you serve, brother?
I did 8 years.
Okay, so he did 8. So I mean, it's it's an honor. I mean, like I said, my father, he served 21 years in the Army. I grew up around, living in 16 different states, really just being around, and I really took that. I was grateful that my dad was able to be a strong role model in my life. So that's what I'm grateful for, and that's about it, man. I think it's taught me to. He was very strict, so it really. The reason why I like to speak now, my dad doesn't know, is because, man, if you just know how many conversations my dad would just have, I used to go crazy in my room because, like, man, this man's always talking, always something. I couldn't miss a day of school. You better not think you gonna stay home today.
Right,
I'm
right.
trying to throw up on purpose, man.
Very structured.
So
yeah,
man, that's what it played a part in my life. Of course, we all make decisions. We all get into the path of maybe getting around the wrong crowd. But once that's planted in you, once you kind of that seed's been planted as harvest over time. It's your natural ability, and you always my father's, it's been in me. Even when I was 16, 17, 18, making dumb decisions, I've always had that in me. So shout out to Michael Dunn. I really appreciate you, Pops. I love you.
Hey, thank you so much. That's awesome. That's very nice. And yeah, thank you guys as well. Let's move on to my boy Mike, the Fresh. My boy Mike here, he's an avid gym goer as well. I hate to go off topic, but this dude is actually going to school for acting. Actually, entertainment altogether.
Right,
I mean, film, whatever have you. He is an actor. He's done some practice stuff with his school. He's a big part in the Aces of Dallas, and we're excited to have him. He's such a young, talented kid. He's 22 and presents himself like he's
Oh, man, I thought he was like
30.
27.
Yeah, I mean, well, I wouldn't say 30. That's a little high,
27.
but he definitely presents
22.
himself as a young, mature man. We have some amazing conversations at the gym to this day. Just caught him this morning, too. And so thank you for last minute coming through for episode
Where you from,
2.
Mike?
No problem. I'm originally from Illinois. I moved to Dallas when I was 13 years old.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How was that experience moving to Dallas, coming from Illinois?
Honestly, it was a good experience. Of course, the weather changed.
Yeah, of course.
You don't have to shovel your driveway every 5 minutes when it snows. But
I like that.
of course, the weather, just a new environment itself. My grandparents moved first, and then my parents decided to move out here. So we started to like it, and of course, we stayed out here and loving the area.
So just want to ask you a question, because I know you served in the military, right? So coming out of high school, is that correct?
Right.
Okay, so came straight out of high school. What played a big part in that decision?
Honestly, my first intent was to go to acting school right after high school, but honestly, I didn't really have anything behind that. I didn't have car, any money, anything to help me start up with that. So the military basically was a stepping stone into my life. I gained experience from the Army. Learned lots of things from the military. And of course, they help with education and things like that. So I think that was one of the best decisions I had in my life to start off with there. Because honestly, I wasn't even interested in the military.
Because you really have, and a lot of people like that. Like, because I agree. When I was 18, I was, I didn't have no direction.
Right.
And you when you don't have direction, your parents were like, go to the military.
Exactly. Yeah.
Go to war. And you be like, hold on, you just gonna send me out?
Yeah.
I ain't got no direction. I'll find it.
Right. Yeah.
But man, like I said, we appreciate it, man. And speak to us a little bit about your acting, man. Where did this come from?
And who are you on Aces of Dallas?
Okay.
I mean, I'm a part of it, but I don't even know who you are. I know you're Luther King because that's how you.
Casey. I got you.
Luther Casey, correction.
So all right. So where acting came from, acting came from. Honestly, I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life when I was in high school or younger. So I wanted to be like a rapper, basketball player. I was writing. I was doing music. I was doing music in high school, and I played basketball in high school, but never reached my full potential because I never stuck with it like I wanted to. And honestly, you know, my mom one time just asked me like, what do you want to be besides a world star, hip hop rapper, or a basketball player? And I just thinking, like, honestly, I did not know. So she was the one that referred the military.
Kind of sparked that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't until my senior year when I decided I kind of wanted to do acting, because my friends would say something, and then they was like, I can see you being in a movie, and I just thought about it. I said, okay, that kind of rung my rung my bell a little bit, and then my English teacher. We would do skits in class, right? And like he just said, I like how you're natural with it.
Yeah.
And if he say that, he can see it. That kind of really sparked my brain. So I said, okay, that might be something I could look into.
Indeed.
And right after I got out the army, while I was in the army, I was looking for acting schools. I wanted to start out small, start a community college. So that's why I started off. And now like I'm at KD right now, and I'm liking it so far. I'm in my third semester. I'm gaining. I
want to get in that program. Right. Where you at, KD?
Shout out to KD Conservatory. But yes, I'm in third semester, and I'm really liking it right now. I'm gaining a lot of knowledge, experience,
and modeling.
All right, that's why I was trying to do that too.
That's good.
Yeah, but like I said, I'm gonna just keep bettering myself from the school. And just keep trying to perfect my craft. But
right. So that's so just to touch in. When for all our listeners out there, when you understand that if things keep coming up, people keep saying things and speaking things, it is not by accident.
It's not by accident.
You got to understand that,
taught me that.
God speaks through everyone, and he utilizes.
You have to be available.
You got to be available. You got to be open for it. Exactly.
You have to receive it and catch those points.
Exactly.
People are like, hey, I think you could be this.
Right.
Or I see this in
but
you.
He did it.
Exactly.
And so he took
the initiative on.
Yeah, I love it. Well, thank you so much, Ace of Dallas. We're gonna get right back to you here in a second, but we're gonna roll the Giving Excellence commercial. So take this time here to check that out. Thank you so much. Did you put the right one on? Jay? Giving Excellence Movement is a culture of individuals that are transforming the entertainment industry into an educational platform. Through our variety of services, we bring years of study, personal development, mentorship, and life experiences that not only educate the youth, but also aspiring entrepreneurs to walk as a role model and create positive change within their communities. We see there's a major need in the entertainment industry for powerful young role models that the youth can latch onto and bring about lasting change in not only their lives, but the lives of thousands of others that may need a helpful hand to get out of their current circumstances. Our services include live speaking at schools, businesses, and events, TV show and event host, uplifting music production, brand ambassador work such as commercial advertising, acting, and much more. If you would like Giving Excellence to come provide your school, business, show, or event a boost of positive, sustainable personal development, please inbox us at givingexmovement@gmail.com and visit us at our website at www.givingexmovement.com. We are honored to bring the movement to you and look forward to continuing to transform the entertainment industry into one that can showcase young, professional role models that our next generation can listen to for guidance and support. From Giving Excellence Movement, we love you and know you can and will give excellence in every area of your lives.
Also, my character name is Luther Casey. I actually came up with this character myself. Tony gave me the option if he wanted to make it up or if I wanted to, and I kind of put some thought into it. I said, okay, I'll come up with this character. So basically this character, when he was younger, his parents were murdered by the Joker, and they used to work for him. You know, it was a job that kind of got twisted up, and then they ended up getting murdered, and then Joker ended up taking me and kind of trained me up to his level. So I'm kind of up there to his level, and I'm basically like a son to him, you know. And you'll see throughout the web series.
Man, I can't wait.
Yeah, you'll see throughout the web series of
how epic it's gonna
be. Of how basically
intense.
Right. Because like I say, he doesn't know that his parents were killed by the Joker, but you're gonna see how it evolves.
Geez, just giving it away.
You don't know when. You don't know when.
Tony, let's close this out. And Tony, every single way that you can connect or help with the Ace of Dallas movement,
you can Google us.
Please
tell
us how to connect with us for our viewers.
You can either Google us, Ace of Dallas. We pop up. We're the first thing that pop up when you Google us. But if you want to reach us on Instagram, it's Aces __ Dallas. Oh yeah, underscore. I'm sorry, underscore of Dallas. You know, but like I said, you can Google us. We will pop up. We are also looking for what's the word we want to use? Endorsements,
support, sponsors,
anything
at this moment, or just any support in general.
Yeah, just any support. Even people who got experience in this, I'm always willing to learn. You know, so it's just thank y'all for supporting us.
Yeah, so thank you guys so much. This is Giving Excellence Show episode 2. We got the Giving Excellence cast. We got the Joker in the house. We got the Ace of Heart, and we got the Jack of
Spades.
Luther Casey, Antonio King, and the Joker, DeMarco. Michael Dunn, close us out. Tell them what's good. Thank you for everything. Go ahead with it.
We first and foremost, we always give glory to God for every opportunity that he presents us. And, you guys go out there today and just be intentional of all of your thoughts, emotions, everything that you imagine in your mind. Go out there and create it. Let it manifest today.
Thank you so much for that. And it's truly powerful. We love you. Thank you so much for tuning into the Giving Excellence Show. We're going to send it through to our credits, and we'll see you next time. Love you all.
Till next time.